Hello, everyone, and welcome to our broadcast today. This is part of our automated series on plant-based lifestyle for athletes, and this is part of our 30-day plan, the first 7 days. So we'd like to thank you for joining us today, and we'll go over a few things here today that'll get you started in the right direction. Okay. One of the first things that we want to do is go over our little outline here, just to let you know the things that we're going to go over. And we're going to cover what's the difference between plant versus animals. Okay, and that's going to really be about the plant and animal protein and how that works with the body. We're also going to discuss non-GMO and GMO products, which will also include your organic foods and things of that nature. And we'll discuss the performance advantage. What are the advantages that you get from a plant-based lifestyle in performance and athletic events? And also we'll go in discussion of carb versus protein. Then we get into what the smart body does when you start having these reactions, when you start changing your body and the things that you need to pay attention to. So you won't get alarmed. It's just really your body making the positive changes that it needs to do. So it will be some type of change going on, but don't get alarmed when that happens. And we also discuss hydration and meal preps in here too. So hydration, meal preps, things are going to be of that nature are going to be key in this too. We'll also include juicing and smoothies in that too. And really that's part of the first part of the meal prep that we really will want to talk about. When you get up in the morning, when you break your fast, you will want to do a liquid juice, water or a smoothie to do that and let your body ease into taking those nutritions in. So that's where we'll start at today. Okay. Once again, my name is Don Wansley, and I'm a certified personal trainer, performance enhancement, and movement specialist. What I do is I help athletes get their bodies back lined up right in doing physical things to balance and stabilize their bodies, and also balance and stabilize their bodies through nutrition. So we combine the two. We combine the physical balance and stability and the nutritional balance and stability. And we also want to go for overall effect where we help with your mental clarity and things of that nature. So we know once you start hydrating your body, you get away from being dehydrated. You put the proper nutrition where you're not malnourished. Then it will allow your brain to function properly, and it will allow your nerves and everything to fire properly. And then we can remove knots and things of that nature and soreness from your muscles to allow them to do the things that you do. So that's some of the things that I've been doing for a while now here, and we get to bring these things to you. Okay. Scroll back one here. Now, first things we're going to talk about is plants versus animal. You have two standard arguments for this. Is plant foods over animal foods. The main thing I would say here is you have to look at what the animal protein and what the animal food would offer you at this particular time. This is just showing us some of the stuff that happens with eating animal products. You have lack of nutrients. You have issues with your intestines, arteries clogged up, and it's also a form of carcinogenic and causing cancer. So these are things you have to look at. Then you look at plants. Plants are going to be the things that are going to supply you with your vitamins, your minerals, and your nutrients, fiber and stuff that sweep the cold in it and help make that clear. So you're looking at where do we get our protein from? We're going to go ahead and jump into that. In animals, all animals get their protein from plants. It is the things that they eat. Most of the animals that you consume do not eat another animal, or if they eat another animal, they're eating an animal that only eats plants and vegetables. So they're getting it not even from just the second hand from there. I mean, you wouldn't be getting the second hand from that animal. You're actually getting the third hand because they're having to get their nutrients from another animal. But most of the animals that you probably consume will be eating some type of plant. That's where they get their protein and nutrients from. So really, we're concerned about minerals. It's 102 minerals, and most of the time you can get 92 of those minerals that you can get for consumption. And a lot of those minerals are in the plants and vegetables. A lot of the plants that come out of the ocean have a lot of those, like CMOS has 92 of those just from the start. So that's some of the stuff that we want to look at. Which one would be better? Now, when you consume animal products, digestion, it takes the same chemicals that it takes to help repair and heal your body. So when you go to sleep at night, your body really needs those chemicals to help rejuvenate your body, help put your cells and stuff back in the right position. But what it does, it has to take that and then it has to work on digesting that meat. So it has to work on breaking that meat down. And just to get it to where it can even be thought about to be used by the body. By the time it does that, you're waking up and it really didn't go to the process to help you get better. So that's just some of the things that you need to think about too when you're consuming meat like that. It's also heavy in causing inflammation. Animal products cause inflammation. Cheese, milk, eggs, things of that nature will cause your body to hold on to inflammation. It will hold on to mucus. But with the plants, it will get in there, will detox these things. It will push these things out of your body. It will let the body get back to a state of homeostasis where it balances itself out. That's also a thing that the alkaline water will help do, and we will discuss that a little later on in this too. Okay. Now we're going to discuss non-GMO versus GMO. GMOs are genetically modified object, and what that is they go in the lab and they take a regular tomato like what we're looking at. Then they go in there and say, we're going to do something different so we can make this tomato bigger. We're going to try to make it redder. But what happens in there, you lose the natural things that are of the tomato. And most of the time it's a seed, because what they're trying to create does not have a seed that would do that. So it becomes a hybrid. And these things have no seeds. We want to eat fruits and vegetables that have seeds. So if we have choices, we want to choose non-GMO or with GMO. That means it has not been genetically modified and it was not made in the lab, but it comes from a natural seed. Okay. Now we're going to go into what's the difference between organic and GMO and non-GMO. Organic and non-GMO, GMO, non-GMO, and organic are close in that they use seeds. It is a natural growing from the earth product, but with non-GMO items, they can be using pesticides and chemicals around it as far as trying to kill bugs and things of that nature. So that's where it's kind of iffy with the non-GMO. You really don't know what's happening with that. But if you can get something that's verified non-GMO and organic, you will know that they're not using the pesticides, they're not using the chemicals. It does have a seed in it, and it is a natural product from the earth. So those are the things that we're looking at there. We want to pick the things that are as close as possible to nature. We have to read labels, and that is my next thing. Reading labels, even on fruits and vegetables, you pick the package up and you look and see if anything is added to it. When you buy apples, if you pick the pack up, some of those apples say wax has been put on this to preserve the apple. It says it's right on the pack that they put wax or some kind of coating on there to keep it looking the color that it is. So even with fruits and vegetables, read your labels. Canned items in bags, read the frozen items, read your labels to see what's in there. If you have words in there that are very long that you can't pronounce, I would stay away from those things. So in the first 7 days, we want you to start recognizing what you're eating, what you've been consuming, why you kind of eat stuff just blindly. And this is another thing. People get caught up in pricing and things of that nature. Honestly, if it's your favorite item and it's that brand that you like, you'll pay more for it because you like it. Now, what this is, if you go ahead and you can learn how to bargain shop with this just like you do any other thing. Kroger keeps a good section that and really they blend it in with the regular food. But if you go through and look, you will find stuff and they keep them on sale. They keep them priced well. I do this stuff on a budget. I'm not out splurging, spending $1,000 a week on buying groceries and stuff that I'm overspending. I don't have to buy meat. So that's where I can buy more vegetables. I eat smaller meals now. I'm not as hungry. It doesn't take a lot to nourish my body now. So that's just some of the things that we need to look out for in the middle of this and the process of this. Okay. Now we want to start looking at some of the benefits of athletic performance of using plant-based foods. You're going to increase your blood flow. If you put your body in the right position with putting these plants and vegetables, fruits and vegetables in your body, and you hydrate yourself with alkaline water, and you detox yourself, whether it be herbal or if you go more aggressive with things like foot detoxes and coffee enemas, it would help you with your blood flow. It also will increase oxygen, and it will reduce the inflammation in your body. That's one of the biggest things. And keys to recovery with athletes is the reduction and the removal of inflammation in the body. If you can do that, you cut down on recovery time, you cut down on injuries, because really most injuries are small traumas that are accumulated over and over again. 75% of knee injuries in athletes are non-contact. That means they're small traumas that keep happening over and over again. The most injured part of the body is the ankle. Once the ankle gets injured, it affects the hip. The hip start having issues, it gets tight or loose or whatever start doing. And then the IT bands are down along the side of the leg that wrap around the knee, they start having issues. So all these things start accumulating. Then the area around the knee gets real weak. It gets out of position, something snaps because it's been having small trauma tears throughout this. We can help reduce this. This is part of our prehab program where we increase your blood flow, we increase your oxygen, we reduce inflammation, we reduce muscle fatigue and recovery time. This is huge to be able to do these things. And it is all based on what your intake is. When you cut out the animal products, it reduces all this for you. It will eliminate this for you. It will really give you longevity and add time to your career. You know, we've seen athletes that were getting at the phase where they were about to retire, and they went ahead and exclamated and added on to it by doing this. And this is something I want to mention to you. There's a documentary out called Game Changers, and it really breaks down everything that I'm talking to you about. They will offer you the scientific information and proof of the things that I'm talking about. And they're using high elite athletes that have done this, just like I've done it, just like I've done it with other athletes. There are people out there who are doing it at a high, very high elite level. If you have Netflix, go to Game Changers, GameChangers.com. Just go to Game Changers at Netflix. And also they have it on, if you go to YouTube or Google Play, if you like to rent or buy things and you don't have Netflix, they have it there where you can rent it or you can buy it. But if you have Netflix, you can go right there and watch it. Game Changers. And it will really break this down for you. You will hear this from someone else. You will hear it from other authorities just outside of me that can really explain this to you too. And then you will see exactly the things that I'm talking about because they really give thorough information on this. So that's something that I really suggest that you do, that you watch Game Changers on Netflix. If you have any questions about that, please hit me about that, and I will be glad to walk you through anything about Game Changers. Okay, protein versus carbs. Most time people will tell you that you really need more protein to push your muscles and that nature than anything, and then really that carbs are bad for you and you really want to stay away from those. But honestly, carbs give you more muscle energy than protein. Protein really, 20 to 30% of protein is just burn off as heat. It's not really going with its energy into the muscle. It just burns off. But carbs will go straight into the muscle and gives it the energy it needs to perform the activity that you need to. You don't want your diet to be based totally on carbs. You want some carbs added into it. It needs to be balanced out. So fruits and vegetables give you your protein, your minerals, and your carbs. You bring those in, you mix that in, especially when you get ready to do a physical activity, and will help boost your energy up and keep your muscles firing and things of that nature. So that's the thing that we really, 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 really want to concentrate on is getting your carbs up before activities and balancing those things out like that. And once again, smoothies before activities. You could pack a lot of stuff in there. We also use a product called Juice Plus. Juice Plus is a vegetable and fruit supplement that is dehydrated, and it's organic fruits and vegetables. So what we do with that is you take that in too to help give you more nutrients in your body, more fruits and vegetables, because you can never get enough of those that you can lose it. So if you have an extra reserve or resource of those type things, then it will burn off as energy and your body will stay regulated and it won't hold on to bad stuff. That's what fat comes. It holds stuff. It holds it outside your cell. It's holding cells. It's holding outside your muscles, and that's where the fat builds up. So we want to kind of stay away from that as much as possible. Once again, hydration is key to a lot of stuff that we're doing here. Excuse me here. Hydration is key, and I'm going to break down some things to you about alkaline water. Alkaline water will help you with your weight loss. We've seen amazing results. Actually, we did it with a high school girls team, and really we just were doing it to help stop cramping and things of that nature. But as it went along, they started drinking the water and they started losing weight and the body started changing. And actually the instructors at the school started saying, what are you doing with the young ladies? Why they start showing these improvements? We've never seen them do this for just the simple of adding alkaline water. And then also with the consumption of alkaline water with athletics, you drink it at room temperature. We want the water to go in at a state where it can be used right then and not have to take the water and warm it up. So when you're drinking cold water with ice in it, when you're in a physical activity, you drink that, really your body, it just shocks the inside of your body. Then it's got to take time to warm that water up so it really can be used by the body. Also, any sports drink or any other drink that you drink during a physical activity really just sits in your stomach. It does not go through digestion right then because your body won't during a physical activity. So anything that has anything other than water in it, once you add something to it, it's going to sit in your stomach. So when people are cramping, they start drinking Gatorade, all this stuff, it's not going to help because they are already cramping and their body cannot digest that stuff. You've had regular water where you drunk the regular water and you say, man, this water's sitting in my stomach because you're doing a physical activity. It's not going to go anywhere. As soon as you get still, it'll do something with that. But with alkaline water, it does not have to go through digestion. Because of the composition of the molecules in the cells, they're broken down and they're smaller and they go right into the cells. So once they go into the cells, it doesn't have to go through digestion. It'll go right to where it needs to go to. I've been around with guys about to go into full body cramps because they're doing it the old-fashioned way. And I show up with alkaline water and put that alkaline water in, and it eliminates that and leaves that. I mean, I'm talking about to call the ambulance to come get the guy. And I'm saying, just give him this water and we're going to eliminate this problem. It does that. It balances you out. It detoxifies you. So it brings your pH balance up. So if your body is balanced properly, it's in homeostasis, then it will do the things that it needs to do to function properly. It helps your heart. I mean, it just really, really helps your heart to function and pump properly because, you're 75 to 80% water. So we need to be pumping this water through our bodies to help our blood flow. And those are some of the things we were talking about earlier, just by increasing your plant-based intake on your foods. And we're looking at endurance and energy. We've had games where we've had gentlemen, the main guys that we know are going to play the whole games and play a lot of time. We keep that alkaline water right there by. I mean, they drink it and they keep the energy level up. No cramping, no muscle fatigue. And they just able to ride through the game and perform at a very, very, very high level. So these are some of the things that, that water will really, really help you with. And especially the alkaline. I mean, it's really the alkaline water. Normally it's going to be like 8.5 and above. Really 7.4 is pretty much neutral. Well, 7 is neutral, 7.4 is alkaline. That's where it kind of starts at. But if you get 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, you're doing well on that right there. And actually, pick up your brands and you look at it with alkaline water. Read your labels on everything that you intake. Read your labels. Even I'm telling you this right now, you need to go back and read every label that you had. Take pictures of it. That's something I need for you to do for me right now. Pick up your favorite food. Flip that label around. Take a picture of it. I can show you an alternative plant-based product that probably will replicate that, or if nothing else, a non-GMO or organic product that would do that. So we need to be switching from GMO to non-GMO and organic, and from regular water. The regular water is dead. It has no life. It has no energy. They put things in it to make it taste a certain way. The sonic water, those things, they put stuff in it to make the water taste a certain way. We want to eliminate that all the way around, that we're not even taking in that kind of kind of water. We strictly going with alkaline water. I mean, my body knows immediately when I'm not drinking alkaline water. It doesn't take long for me to know. Okay. Now, juicing and smoothies. To start our day, to break our fast, especially at the early stages of this, I would suggest drinking smoothies and juices. We want cold pressed juices, not the juices that you get in a bottle that says concentrate from this or that. We're not talking about that. You know, that they add a lot of water to and sugar and stuff like that. We're talking cold pressed juices that are natural juices that have no additives in it. It's just the juice. And it can be a combination of different juices. Early in the morning, I would suggest that you go with your fruit juices more because it will give you energy and you'll burn that on off. Then later you can get your I won't say nutrients, but just it will affect your body differently by doing your vegetable smoothie a little later on in the day, or juice or whatever you drink, either one of those. And you can drink them throughout the day. They can be a meal replacement or they can be a snack in between. But it's going to be packed full of things. And also, when you go to places like Smoothie Kings or any, I guess I could say regular smoothie shop, make sure that you ask for, if you're getting protein in your smoothies, that you get a plant-based protein, something with pea protein or something like that, not the whey protein. The whey proteins are milk-based proteins. So we're staying totally away from those, and we want to stay with all plants. So when you go into these smoothie shops, if you're not making yourself, ask for the plant protein. That is a must that you do that. The juicing part, if you get your juicer, you want to get one that can do the cold press, that can actually just extract everything out of everything, and then just put that juice in there, man. And when you taste that, you're gonna know the difference. And then you'll mess around, just be bouncing off the wall. It's just full of energy off this juicing. Okay, and the next thing we're gonna get into is the meal prepping. What I would suggest right now is you write down your favorite foods that you like, and we're going to look at some alternatives to those favorite foods that we can go get some actual products that can help you transition. If you have a Whole Foods, they have a lot of products. If you have a Kroger's, Trader Joe's, or probably any other local place that you have that's maybe regional to your area, they probably have some type of organic, non-GMO, and definitely plant-based products. So look through your stores, start comparison, start flipping it over, looking at those labels. Then we're going to start setting your meal prep up. Morning, smoothie and juices. Lunch, you get you something with a salad. We want green stuff. We need colors. If you look at most plates that people have, they're brown and white. They're brown and white. And it really is a lot of carbs and starches with meat. It's not a lot of vegetables involved in that. And if you just look at a young person's plate, most time it's going to be a brown and white plate. But adults too, but it's going to be a brown and white plate. So we need to add in the color, and that is the fruits and vegetables. It need to be dominated by the color. And those other things need to be eliminated out of your diet. And what we want to do now is try to get our system used to eating and kind of shutting it down around 8 o'clock on when we're eating, or maybe at the latest 9, but I would say 8. Sometimes you go to snack, and sometimes the way my day works, that I can't just stay inside of those confines. And I'm not saying that's something that you just have to strictly just live by, but you don't want to eat too late when you know you're getting ready to shut it down for the evening or go to sleep. So it's just things of that nature that you look at. Once you get a chance to go over everything and you look at the things that we're doing right here, I would suggest that you go to my site. You go to coach.donwanzer.com and look over some things, and we can go ahead and set a plan for you to get you going. You can join our courses. We have courses. We do have a 30-day plan course that will walk you through these 7 days. So just contact us at coach.donwanzer.com. Go there, message me. We can sit here and set this plan up for you and get you either on the online plan, the courses, or we can get you on both. Okay, we're looking at some plant-based proteins right here. And just some pictures of avocados, and you see a few things, some oils and some ginger, and it's just different things that it showed you that some proteins, because people don't even know what plant-based proteins are, because they're so used to just saying it's meat. So just showing you some of the stuff of a plant-based protein. And this is just saying plant-based meal prep. And also we do offer plant-based meal prep. We do offer a whole course that will walk you through every step. Because see, one thing when you're transitioning around like this, you're going to not hit plateaus or anything like that, but it could be an issue where some things come about and you will need somebody who's been through this to guide you through this. With anything that I do, this is something that I've done to myself first. I am the guinea pig first to see if these things will work for me. Then I share this information with others. Hopefully they can take it and do the things they need to do with it. Once again, we make the individual plans for that person. What we do is help put you in the best position that you can rejuvenate and repair and heal yourself. These are the things that you would do by putting the right things in your body. Your body is a smart body. It would do all the things that you ask it to do. It's listening to you. When you tell your body that's not doing well, guess what it does? It doesn't do well. When you tell your body it's going to do the best it can, it will do that. I'm living proof of it. You must listen. I started listening to my body. I ate certain foods, I would break out in a rash. I said, let me take that away and see what happens. I eliminate that food, the rashes went away. I said, this stuff is food related. My body is toxic. So I had to So when you're doing this process, if your body is overly acidic or has a lot of toxins in it, you must detox through this process. Your body will naturally detox. And some people will see that as sickness. It is not. Oh, I'm eating this stuff. I ain't eating meat in my body. No, it's your body doing the right things it need to do to purge whatever's in there and get it on out. The mucus needs to get out your body. So we eliminate that and you will see amazing results. So we've touched on quite a few things here today. Just to recap over a few things. So let's look at it again. So we discussed plants versus animals. Really, we need to stay with those plant proteins, the animal protein, the secondhand protein. Really with the, I guess I can say, the stuff that they give the animals to keep them in a certain state, plus what they're eating, and then they're really most of them are eating outside with their natural food. Is corn, they eat corn and stuff like that. So the animals are really put in a bad distress state, and then these animals have consciousness. So when you start really researching this stuff, you're like, wow, these animals are really going through something to get to this point. But you don't go through that. The plants know what they're here for. They're here to give us life. We're here to share life with them. We intake them. We give back to the earth. When we do that, it should be a great exchange in that, where it doesn't cause a lot of conflict in that. Then we want to organic, non-GMO, and GMOs. Organic and non-GMOs, we want to group them together. The GMOs is where the genetically modify and put something in and change it up, make it be what it's not. We want to stay away from things to stay as natural as possible. Performance advantage, we're going to increase your blood flow, your oxygen levels, decrease your inflammation, reduce your recovery time, and muscle fatigue and things of that nature. We're looking at carbs more than just proteins when you're doing physical activities, because those carbs will burn off as energy, and the protein will just burn off as heat and won't be energy. And then we get to hydration. We want to hydrate alkaline water always. Juicing, smoothies. We want to do that to break our fasts in the morning. That's what we want to start. Break our fast in the morning. That's what we want to start off. So, and then ask for that plant-based protein when you go to smoothie shops or juice shops and you're getting protein and things. Ask for the plant-based. And meal prep. We can walk you through the meal prep program. We will hold your hand. We will give you some more information on meal prepping, but contact us at coach.donwanzer.com, and we'll definitely get back to you. We appreciate you for your time. I'm glad you came through. This is a life-changing thing. This is a belief system challenge thing. If you can change this now, this is a self-mastery thing. Master yourself. Master your intake. It will go out. It will be able to share these things with multiple people. Your energy level, they will ask you, what are you doing? How's your energy at that level? How are you doing these things? Why is your skin better? Why is this going on? These are questions that you will be asked. So we thank you for your time. I thank you for being here, and let's keep moving forward.